I forget because I will forget. I'm a very forgetful person. All right. Live on YouTube. We are live on the YouTube channel. Streaming in the live section on YouTube. Trying to get the GI to light the room with bound sliding. You're going to be fighting a battle. You're going to be fighting a battle. Let me tell you that. Specifically for aiming, I'm having a stroke trying to figure out enhanced input action, specifically for aiming down sight. Only right click, I scope in. I go unscopes as intended, but if I just click the right mouse button, it still aims down sight. Game development. How are you doing it? Isn't it supposed to be I press the lumen button and everything is perfect? Is that what you think? Is that what you think? That's cute. That's really cute. That's cute. That's how you think. That's how it is. Oh yeah, I added some different sound effects for when you throw weapons. It's just one generic sound right now. So I need to add some better sounds. We also need to add some Foley sounds when the weapon just starts like hitting surfaces. So we'll do that next as well. Just a nice little detail. But obviously we're going to have different sound effects for each one. Right now it's just a generic sound. Yeah. And I probably want like a really nice thud sound, because right now we don't really have like a thud sound. In fact, actually... Q. Ah! My ears! Oh, that was really loud, eh? Let me lower the volume for you guys, because this is going to be really loud. I like this one. I like this one. I don't like that one. I don't like that one. I don't like that one. Aha. Aha. Punch, grit, wet impact. Yeah, this is gonna be this update's gonna have a big audio an audio upgrade, you know what I mean? Big audio upgrade. Which I think is great. I'm a big fan of audio upgrades. Oh, dude. Oh, let me raise the volume. There's something satisfying about listen to this shit, man. Shit, I missed. Ugh. Watch this. Oh. Ding. A ding. Hold on, I gotta. Mixer. Put the mixer in there. Put the mixer. Mix. Put the mix. Sound effect. Gun impact. Shit. Wait, actually. Weapon Q. I want to copy the punch sound because I do like it. It's a nice punchy sound. Big fan. It's gonna be loud. Hold on. Let me lower the volume. Oh! Hey! Oh! That was probably really loud. Hold on. Let me put bit of danger. No accents, please. This is serious. I'm a game developer. Don't fuck with me. I do what I want. Stop imitating me when trying to speak English. Stop imitating me when I'm speaking English. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Hold on, I gotta lower the volume again. I do kind of like that, but I really want like a... No, I don't like any of these. I don't like... Holy shit. I don't like any of those. Uh-huh. No. No. Go to corny jail? I'm not corny. What the hell? Don't call me corny. Don't call me that. I don't like these sound effects. I want a metal pipe sound. Can I get a metal pipe sound? Ooh, I don't like that. Stop it. No. No, I don't like that one either. No, I don't like that one. Plus, it has a delay at the beginning. I meant the sound. Oh. Me taking everything personally. How dare you? What does corny mean? I actually don't really know. I just kind of... I don't know. I have a feeling people that say corny or call someone corny, they're like just boring. They're probably just a boring person. Thoughts? Anybody? What are you guys' thoughts on that? Like whenever anybody has called someone else corny, it's usually from someone who's like just boring. They're just a boring person. Man, you're corny. Checks on Google. I believe it's another version of lame or square. No, I feel like whenever someone says corny, well, I don't know, maybe there's like a slang for it. I feel like when someone says corny, they mean like someone who's weird. Just different. You know? I'm weird and different. I'll accept that. I don't care. It is someone who's lame? It means unfunny or uncool. What the hell? They be changing words these days. What the fuck? Man, how the hell am I supposed to speak the English language if like every other day they change the fucking words for everything? How am I supposed to do this shit? There's no metal sound. I'm getting real mad. Ah, whatever. Let's try Metal Thud. That's not it. No. First, are you being goofy? Are you being goofy? Answer the question. Answer the question. Don't ask any questions. Answer the question. I feel like I just got dazed. It's perfect. Watch this. I love that sound, dude. I love that sound. It sings a bit. It sings a little bit. I'd like it to sing a little more, but that's alright. That's alright. Add bricks as weapons? I'm not adding any more weapons. I'd like to, but it's like... Just, what the hell? Excuse me? Don't run away, Unreal. We have work to do. Alright, look at us. Not getting anything done on this list. I guess we can make a task that says... Modified some sound effects. Adjusted some sound effects. I'm not clarifying. I'll let the player figure it out. Listen. We can't put everything in the patch notes. We gotta, like, surprise people with certain things. You know what I mean? Slap in a random frying pan as a weapon in the game. You know what I mean? If I had a really good frying pan hit impact sound, I would add a frying pan in the game. Adjusted seems so serious. All right, fine, man. Jeez. Changed some sound effects there. God, man. Jeez, just bring a pan over and whack your mic? What if I just hit myself with a pan and then I record that and then... Ding! Frying pan in Dead Rising is fun. You can heat it up on a stove? Really? That's funny. That's funny. That's some nice details. Buttons helper thing. Okay. What am I doing right now? That's a really good question. I'm pondering what to work on next. Which, to be honest, should be the lethal indicator. And just getting this to work properly. So, the next plan of action. Yesterday, we determined that the on-screen indicator was a stupid idea. So today, what we're going to do is... Can you get out of my... we're going to make it so this thing here has like a... When it's a gun enemy, they'll have a different kind of like effect. When it's a melee enemy, we'll just change the color and give it a different color. And that will be the plan. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the grand plan. The grand slam-a-plana. I gotta fix this blood. The CCP when they see my game. What the hell? I learned yesterday that games that have skeletons are not allowed in China. Yeah, I learned that. So, games like Path of Exile, they have to like change like all of their skeletons and character models. It's very interesting. Also, blood is generally not allowed. And various other things. That being said, nobody say anything. Okay? Because my game is currently in China, and we got some ketchup. We got some ketchup. Yeah. We got ketchup. We got a lot of ketchup. Lots of ketchup. There's a toggle off option at least. I think it genuinely gets to the point where it's like you just can't even turn it on. You probably lost some social credit score? Yeah, probably. Australia is also really afraid of violent video games and boobs, but not giant spiders. Hey dude, I want you to remove the slide timer meter or whatever preventing you to slide forever. You could slide forever. Just hold the button. Hold space bar. Just, you know, obviously there is a thing called friction. And at some point you will no longer slide. You could also play on the icy feet or whatever it's called mode, icy feet. And then that removes all friction. I hate friction. Yeah, me too. I hate gravity, man. I wish I could just go and then fly away. You know what I mean? Gravity? We should cancel gravity. We out here canceling adult games. What if we just cancel gravity? What's it gonna do? If we tell MasterCard and Visa to cancel gravity, can gravity disappear? Think about it. Let's think about that. Can we do it? I think we can. Watch this. You know what I should do? We should put a golf club in the game. So we can reenact Last of Us Part 2. Yo, Kuro. How's it going? I've been doing pretty good. How are you doing? Save me? Yeah, sorry, you're in the wrong place for that. An Australian governor was busy banning Sword Art Online instead of fighting massive forest fires? Sword Art Online is banned in Australia? Brother, that place doesn't make sense. They're upside down. Australia is not a real place. China banned Roblox? When did that happen? When did that occur? Maybe a metal pipe. A metal pipe could be... I do want to add some more weapon variation to enemies. And a metal pipe would be a great one. Anyways, today I'm feeling unhinged. I'm feeling unhinged. Don't say anything stupid. I will... You may get banned. Bro doesn't know the geography, doesn't know Australia is a country. Shame on you. Australia isn't real. So like I don't know what you need. I don't know what you're trying to say. What's the deal with Visa and MasterCard, by the way? I don't know. Rich people things. I don't know. Rich people things. I believe it's because they claim it features child abuse. Motherfucker, they're probably the people causing child abuse. Let's be real. We're seeing so many instances of people advocating for something, and then they get outed for actually being the thing and causing the problem that they're advocating for. We're seeing a lot of instances of that occurring. We're seeing a lot of instances of that occurring these days. Someone's like, I'm against child whatever, P word or whatever. And then, oh, hey, they get outed like a month later. Oh, hey, they have this. And they're doing that. Have you seen our lovely Lumen and MGS Delta on the PS5 Pro? What is MGS Delta? What is MGS Delta? Dude, this is just an all-around Lumen problem. This fucking flickering, ugly shit with Lumen is disgusting looking. Oh, is this the MGS3 remake? Did they release some footage of it? Lumen is cool. It's just they really need to find ways of reducing this, at least on default settings. This is such a like a prominent issue on like every Lumen setting, and it's because of tracing, something, whatever it's called, something tracing, but like you need the tracing, and then kind of going from there. In my opinion, DF is grifters. Listen, man, I'm just looking at the fucking screens. I don't care what they're talking about. I don't care what they're talking about. Grifter, not a grifter, don't give a shit. I'm just fucking looking at the comparison screen. Who fucking cares? Who gives a shit? I'm just looking at the fucking screen. Yeah, dude. I'll die on the hill that Lumen's fidelity to performance ratio is not worth it. We reacting to Bodhi next? Dude, I did see that he pushed another video, dude. Hell yeah. I'm gonna watch that later. Gonna watch that later. They really out here talking Delta, but it's just Snake Eater and a fresh coat MGS3 with the remix treatment. I don't know, I never played Snake Eater. It looks good. That ain't on the engine for the frame drops, it's just them not knowing how to actually cook with it. Skill issue? The FPS drop's probably 100% skill issue. And corporations not letting them cook. They're probably using masked nanite. Yeah. That or there's no nanite on the trees. Oh, there's nanite on the trees. Look at the fucking detail on that tree. Maybe the trunks are like proper nanite, and then maybe the leaves. Maybe, no, they might have used geometry for the leaves. Oh my god, 30 FPS here. Oh, this is in quality mode. It looks good though, you know, visually. Besides the shimmering issue that Lumen has. The shimmering is a bit... That's just an all-around Lumen issue that... I'm sure with some settings you could reduce it, but then you're potentially reducing the quality of other things or blurring it and whatnot. Lumen's cool. It provides a really great GI solution that otherwise would require... Well, the thing is, with any lighting setup, it's going to require work. So even if you did a fully dynamic situation, like it's not going to be as accurate as a GI solution, of course. It looks good though, visually. It looks good. Do you deal with not having a concept art? It always feels 5 times as hard when you have to find the thing you're modeling first. I don't know, I just find the thing I'm modeling, or I try to come up with it, or I mix and match, or kit bash and whatnot. I'm sorry, I won't give my very substantial opinions about things anymore. No, you can, that's fine. I'm just saying, I don't really care if they're... Like, I don't know if I would agree with them being a grifter. I would agree with T.I., Big Dog John Nanite being a grifter. I would agree with that. I just don't know enough about DF. But I'm just looking at the comparison shots. Not like sucking their cock or something like that, you know what I mean? Something you can adjust with C-Vars, but there's so many C-Vars for Lumen. What I'm wondering with the shimmering, to what point can you adjust it so you don't see that as much, and how much quality are you sacrificing in the overall Lumen scene, or how much performance are you losing by reducing the shimmering? I don't know, man. They need to make that shit a little bit more accessible. Like the C-Vars and stuff. Like how is it that so many things are locked behind C-Vars and those like settings are not like exposed? Like I don't know why. That being said, there's a lot of issues like that with Unreal right now where there's a lot of things locked behind, not locked, hidden behind C-Vars that you have to like search up and just know that they exist. Yeah, I don't know like where the take of grifting is. Like, does Digital Foundry like ask for money or something? Because grifting usually involves money. So I'm wondering what is the monetary benefit for them. With John Nanite, it made sense because they were like, oh, we need $900,000 to make a new engine version. Oh, by the way, we don't even use the engine at all. By the way, we said we were making a game. Oh yeah, by the way, we're not making a game anymore. By the way, we're not a game developer. Even though that individual having a platform after saying that shit is wild to me. No, not Digital Foundry. John Nanite. Lumen, a lot of gamers out there that think Nana has infinite geometry, that Lumen is comparable to path tracing, that it's 100% software based, and this while having the stream sponsored by NVIDIA. That's why I'm saying it, because they misinform. Misinforming does not equal grifting. I would not compare the two. You could just say they're spreading misinformation. And that would be the proper way of saying it. I would not call them a grifter. We have to be very specific when it comes to words, especially the term grifter. Epic themselves misinform everyone. I wouldn't say it's Epic. I would say it is unfortunately... unfortunately, it's the marketing, their marketing department. Just being a marketing department. Marketing department, being a marketing department. I forget the secret name, but it's stuff like energy of the rays, how much energy we dropped per ray, etc. Because it's bouncing off the surface, applying lighting for that ray to that surface, then ended up bouncing back onto itself and accumulating on itself. After it was already modified by itself previously, which causes a lot of those shimmers like fireflies. Interesting. Interesting. So used to the John Nanite thing that I forgot who he is. That's good. I want you to forget who he is, because in my opinion, yes. Does that shit not have an attenuation? When do I fix the glass? I gotta do some really extensive testing to make sure like that shit doesn't crash anymore. I changed some stuff in the Niagara because it was like all fucked up. But I just want to be 100% certain, like 100,000,000% certain that it doesn't cause crashes. And I do want to fix it. I don't want to leave the game without that shit being fixed. Okay, let's get to work. Let's get to work. Oh yeah, the revolver ultimate bug. Yes. Revolver ultimate hits glass rather than going through it. Got it. Got it. Ow. Yeah, I missed my glass destruction. That was one of my favorite elements of the entire game. And then I had to fucking turn it off because it was causing crashes. Why? Okay, indicator. Let's go ahead and get to work. So when an enemy is firing at us, we'd probably want this to go to squeeze in and get masked. We already have masking set up on this because when we load this in, we animate it to open up and load in, right? Ideally, we'd want this to close. What's the UVs on this thing? Show me the UVs. Please tell me it's in a top-down view. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Balls. Let me find the mesh for this. Nice UV, jackass. Me. Pass me, jackass. Attack indicator. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good. Okay. Fixed. Let me export. Time to export. Export this bad boy. Static mesh attack indicator. The re-import base mesh. Yes, sir. Or ma'am. Okay. We're good. We are good. Okay, so now we just needed to squeeze. Let's look at our other indicator, and then I can figure out the math behind this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Mask. Multiply. I just used to multiply. Am I stupid? God, man. Why can't... Why... Oh, subtract. We use a subtract. Did we? The hell? Yeah, I guess. Luckily, we use time here. Which, honestly, we should use game time. Which is our own custom system for determining the time. And not time. We should use game time. Game time's better. Game time is just 5 million times better. Anyways, let's just do this. We're going to create a gradient. So we're going to use a texture coordinate. And we want the red value. How do we center it? Add 0.5. Yes. 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 Component mask. God, I fucking hate shaders, man. How do people do this shit? It's not red. What? It's green? That doesn't make any sense. Look at this. Do you guys see red up here? Am I going fucking crazy? Red's up here, right? Why is it that we're masking green? This shit doesn't make any sense. What the hell? Anyways, whatever. If I plus 0.5 to this, how do I move this down to be in the center? How do I move that down? Invert. So we mask it and then we mask it again? What kind of stupid shit is this? And then we invert it. We saturate it. What? And then I did notice they used a sign. You can do that? What? You can do that. Okay, hold on, hold on. I like what we got going on here. I like what we got going on. That's interesting. Okay. Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Hmm. Very interesting. Hmm. I had a dream last night that Lionsgate made a John Wick FPS game. I don't know why you guys want an FPS John Wick game. Literally, an FPS John Wick game means you literally do not see your character doing the cool-ass moves that John Wick would do. So wouldn't you actually be sad if that actually happened, where you had an FPS game? You literally would not see your character doing any of the moves you're doing. I want to be John's eyeballs. John's eyeballs is... You know what I mean? Like, you're not seeing much. You're wrangling a fucking guy. Yeah, Johnny. Pretty early today. What's going on? Coffee machine overflowing? No. I just woke up at a specific time. How do we gradient this? Why is it that it's gradiented? Why is it gradiented the way it's gradiented? Don't crush chat's dreams, Crimson. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Why has it lost all of its gradienting? Thought question? If I subtract this value, oh, I could just subtract 0.25. Aha. Aha. Why is the gradient like that? If you change the period here, what happens? Oh my god. It does. I don't know what's going on. Oh my god. What? I don't get it. Oh my god. Wow. Oh, there's an absolute. What does that do? The fuck, man? That doesn't do shit. Oh wait, the sign value is 2? What the hell are you doing? Why are you the way you are? I don't know how to. I don't know how to do this. What are you working on? Social security? I'm materialing. I'm materialing. I'm materialing. I'm materializing mentally. I need to create a gradient that goes from top to bottom, from the middle, from both sides, so I can create a gradient that goes. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, the problem is I'm a fucking idiot, and so I don't know how to do this myself. I want to do this myself. I know we have to use a texture coordinate. I know we need to mask it. And then somehow we need to move it all down to the middle. Right? You catching my drift? Then we do another mask, which we probably don't need. The invert is not really doing what I thought it would do. In fact, none of this is doing what I thought it would do. Why does this hate me? How about 0.25? No. We need 1. What if we don't subtract at all? You're fucking kidding. We didn't have to subtract that entire time? All I had to do was mask, saturate, and sign, and now we have the actual gradient? It does look very weird. It looks like there's a lot more white in the center. So maybe there's a... Maybe there's something over here. Maybe there's some power node it. Power. Okay. What would the number be? 1, 2. The indicator, we were attempting to do a screen space one before, but then I realized, well, we already have an indicator in the world. Why don't we just reuse that one? So we are reusing this one. Okay, so the next question is, how do we make it go so it tightens? We do have this here. I don't remember how this time system works. It would appear we're not doing a subtract, we're doing a multiply. That's not right. This shit ain't right. My wonderful math that like doesn't make any sense. Okay, so we subtract that. That doesn't make any sense, but okay. What if we do time instead on this, and then we multiply that by the thing, and then we do a period of 4, just so I can see what it looks like. the hell is this doing? What the hell are you doing? Is it because of the minus? One minus? But see, like, that doesn't look right. How about that? That doesn't seem right. Gosh. That kind of looks okay. It kind of looks like a TV turning off, though. Something about it doesn't look right. Hey, guys, something about this doesn't look exactly correct, to be honest. Maybe the gradient was correct, and I'm just fucking crazy. That does not look like a period of 8 seconds. I'm going to be honest. Like, that does not look like a period of 8 seconds. I'm concerned. Time goes faster when you get older? Shit. That bad? I nearly died. Maybe I'm a time bender? I'm gonna bend thing. Working on experimenting with. I'm making a gradient. I think. Yeah. I think. I don't know. I think I am. I'm making a gradient that squeezes over a period of time. Chances are I'm probably gonna have to do this really hacky because I just don't know shader math very well, and things are gonna get real fucked. This we want to floor. No, we want to step. No, we want to. What the hell is the fucking node that they used in here? I'm in the wrong place. Okay, we'll just put this in the dither. Fuck it. Fuck it. Whatever, man. Guys, it's a bit gradiented already, and I don't want it to be. It's kind of pissing me off. Step? Let me try step. And then let's put the time back in here so we can test it. There's a node in here. It's not floor. I don't want to use floor because then that makes it so it's just one value. It's is it value step? No. Smooth curve? No. It's maybe it is floor. Nah, I don't think it's floor. Round? Nah. Round? Yes! Kind of. Although it's like, dude, this is not a period of 4. That does not look like 4 seconds. That is like not enough. This is the most scuffed material ever. This is such a scuffed material. Because I don't know how to... hold on. Preview this. See, I don't know if this is a perfect 0 to 1 and then 1 to 0 gradient. It doesn't really look like it, right? Am I crazy in thinking that it does not look like... You know what I mean? No, don't do that. Like, am I crazy? I'm pretty crazy, but like, am I crazy? Where'd it go? Disappeared. Disappear! I don't know. Okay, hold on. All right, fine. I'll search it up. UE4 gradient over time. Oh wait, there's a thing called value step that does this. Wait a fucking second. What does this do? What the? What the? Whoa. Bring you. Why does it, if we put 1 in here, what happens? Excuse me? I wish I knew shaders more. I think this is something I should need to learn, because this shit's like extremely invaluable, and my dumb ass is over here like like that's like like I don't understand what's going on. I'm too stupid. Animate gradient from 1 to 0. From 1 to 0. Animate gradient. Animating materials with gradients. Yo. YouTube tutorial? What is linear sine? Wait, everybody, hold on. What the hell is this? I see. Of course. Yes. What? 4? Why does 4 work? That doesn't make any sense. Whoa. That's pretty cool. But not what I want. Just hire Prismatica? Hey, Prismatica, I need you to do this one singular thing, and then I'll fire you immediately thereafter. Okay, mask green, so it's top to bottom. Okay, makes sense, makes sense. Okay, yeah. Time, add time. Okay, so it's adding it so it moves up. Okay, makes sense. Okay. Wait, so then, wait. Wait. So it moves up. Wait. Everybody shut up. Everybody shut up. I'm breathing. Add. Okay. Preview node. Add 0.5. .25. I thought this would move it up. Ah! Ah! I don't know how to do this. Let's rewatch the video. Constant bias scale. Whatever this does. I don't know what this does. I don't know what this does. I wish I knew. How does his work like that? That's bullshit. Wait, how's this working? This doesn't make any sense. Wait, this shows just a full white color. There's no black at all. How is this? What? What the? This doesn't make any sense. How is this working? Does my human eye just not perceive the gradient value? Is that my problem? Did I just create scan lines? No. Whoa, dude, look at that. Yo, look at that. That's kind of sick looking though. Yo, that's kind of sick. So wait, what does the fraction do? Let me see what does this node do? That's kind of cool. Golden? Okay, I just need to see, like, how do I do a gradient over time? I feel like I'm almost there, but not. Guys, this video didn't really teach me what I really was interested in. Extremely disappointed. Oh, hold on. We got the AI overview, bro. Let's see what got going on over here. Apply a gradient texture to your material, then use a fraction node after a painter node to create animated UVs and generate a dynamic changing gradient effect over time. Or use the 1x node with a lerp node to reverse a pre-existing gradient's direction, which can then be manipulated for a fading effect. Fuck is he saying? I literally watched this video. Wait. Maybe I skipped over a spot? Dude, AI overview sucks balls. Nobody can tell me otherwise. This thing doesn't work. All right, fine. Let's just maybe hold on. Maybe the thing is, it says period of 4. Now that being said, the time thing in here could be incorrect. I don't know what this is even. Hold on. 4 seconds. 2, 3. What? 2, 3, 4. This time node is fake. It's not real. So this is 0.5. Okay, that is problematic. 0.5 should be, well, 0.5. It should be half. But for some reason it is not half. ¿Por qué? Maybe round is not the way we want to do this. What is a better node here? Let's see what stepping looks like. Interesting. This is like, this is really going into territory where I don't know. Like, I could probably figure out a really hacky way of doing this. But I would like to figure this out, just so I can, like, do the math. Figure out... Shaders is one of those things I'm still, like, constantly guessing. And I hate that. And it's such a useful thing. Even for UI, it's such a useful thing. And flooring it, I think, just fills in the entire screen, so that doesn't really help us. How do I make it so any value that is not 0 becomes 1? Like, there's a way of doing that. What is that? It's not step. I don't think it's step. It's not floor. Fraction does not look like it's it, guys. I'm gonna be honest. That's not what I typed. Or maybe it is what I typed. Maybe I typed a 0 by accident. Hold on, I'm extremely confused and dazed. I'm confused and dazed. If I subtract 2, what happens? If I subtract 4, what happens? 25? 100. 500? Okay, how the hell is that fraction still... What? What? This looks... Okay, this is the subtract of 0.5 actually does look like the correct gradient now. I think. That, or I just darkened the entire thing. I don't know if this is a value of 1. I recommend Ben Cloward's series on materials. Ben Cloward. Ben Cloward. Oh God. Shader graph basics. Linear interpolation, texture coordinates, dot product node. Like if we just do a lerp. That would just fill in the entire screen, right? That would be kind of like not what we want. So how can I do it so we're tightening the gradient to go tighter? Like what's the way to do that? I don't know math. I don't know math. How would we tighten a gradient to squeeze towards the center? I don't know. Subtract? Would subtract, but subtract subtracts the entire thing. So that wouldn't be the way to go about doing it, right? So I guess what we could do is take this, make an inverse of it, which doesn't look right. Something about this doesn't look right. Yeah, I'm not sure where to go from this point. Multiply it by values between 0 and 1. You want it to scale? I want it to like squeeze in. So then that way I can like create like a rounded value of it as it like closes in and then out over a period of time. But I want that value to be a 0 to 1 value. Power? Okay, what does power even do? Because power in this case would affect the entire screen, right? Yeah, I don't know if this is doing what I want it to do. I want to try to figure out how I can do this from a 0 to 1 value. How I'm picturing it is I feel like I need to take an inverse version of the gradient and like multiply it by itself or something. I don't know. I'm not sure how to do that. Or I'm not sure if that's the correct way of doing that. Lerp would affect the entire thing. So I'm not sure how to do that either. Saturate first? I guess let's do a saturate afterwards, just in case. I don't know. This is where I get lost. I get very lost. Using gradient mapping. I think we looked at this video earlier. It doesn't really tell me what I need, right? Nope. That's not it. That's not the one. Wait, hold on. He's got a whole playlist. Shader maths. I have a feeling I've watched one of these videos before and it told me the answer. I have a feeling. For the lerp, you have A equals the minimum, B equals the max, and the alpha is the exponential stepping progress. So the stepping would just be the smooth gradient. So if we do a lerp, hold on, maybe I'm incorrect about the lerp. We put the gradient in alpha. I swear the lerp would affect the entire thing, would it not? Like what would this look like? What would what would the what would I make, like I don't even know. This is where I get lost. Hold on. Shit's so difficult, dude. I just don't know. Hmm. Hold on. He's going through some post-processing stuff that I don't really care for. This might not be the video for me. This is not the one. What about dynamic gradients? Aha. My eyes! Nah. I don't think adding it would... Okay, well, first off, what's the best node to do the stepping that I was thinking of, where we kind of... if a value is 0, it's black, and if a value is like 0.1, it becomes white, like exactly, like 100% white. Floor, you would think would do that, but floor, I think, impacts the entire screen. An if? There's got to be a better node than having to use an if for this, though, right? Like, I could understand if. Would modulo do that? Whoa. Whoa. I don't know how to use that. If a 0, if a is more than... Wait, hold on. If a is more than b, make it 1. If a is equal to b, 0, and then 0. Smooth step? Let's see what smooth step would give us. I know I've used it before, but... If is kind of giving us what we need as the thing. Now we just need to make it go from top to bottom properly, which is part of the challenge here, of course. I think this gradient is all incorrect. I think that's my problem with this right now. This whole gradient is all wrong. And maybe we're doing the sine too like early or something? Let me try another subtract. Let me try 0.5. If it cuts off in the middle, I'm learning. I'm learning. We're taking this time to learn. Okay. At least that makes sense to me. If I do 0.75, what happens? If I do 0.25, okay, so that's giving us correct values. Or that's what I would perceive this to actually give us. Oh. Okay, shift delete does not work in UE4. Okay. Okay. But that's just the top. What if I put the sign after the subtract to mirror it? Which I don't know if that's what a sign If I do 0.5, what happens? The entire thing is removed. Okay, so if I want to treat this like this, I could add 2. Wait. Multiply by 2. No. How would I go about making it? So the subtract doesn't take into account the sign. But maybe sign's not the node. The multiplication before sign will add more waves. So let's do the subtract. And then sign. And then multiply by 2. Maybe? No. Like, I could, of course, just do this differently, where 0.25 becomes half in our code. I don't really want to do that though, if I can. Oh, but then 0.125 does this. I don't know what the sign node is doing. Like, this makes sense to me. How do I make it so this black part goes on the bottom? Do I put it after the if? No. Am I misusing sign? Maybe. How would I make it so this black goes to the bottom? Like, what's the mathematical way of doing that? This part makes sense to me, because then 0.5, right, is now at the middle. That's great. I love that. We're somewhat getting somewhere there. Woozy? I did not move. No. I just put some acoustic panels in the wall. On the wall. So this makes sense to me, 0.5. What if I multiply it? Let's see, what happens if I multiply it by 2? Okay, so 0.5 now goes there, which is correct. And then 1 goes there. Okay. But then when I put a sign, so maybe I'm misusing sign, which is highly probable. What if I invert this right? And then I I subtract that with the inverse. Would that count as mirroring? Okay, but sine starts at 0 and oscillates between 0 to 1 based on its period. When you subtract before it, you're applying an offset, so 0 to 0 0.25 or something causes it to start at negative 0 0.25. I see. I see. This won't be correct. What's the end goal of the shader? It's something super simple, and it's just annoying how I can't even figure it out. So we have this indicator static mesh, and for our ranged enemies, we kind of wanted to treat it almost similar to how the enemy, their like indicator squeezes. Oh, top down. Let's do top down. So they have a thing that squeezes like this. What I want to do is just have a gradient that closes from both ends because I modified the UVs, and we're just going to have it close in. So once it zeroes out, it's like, okay, that's when the enemy is going to shoot. And that's when to like give a little indicator to the player, if they're not able to see the enemy, that, hey, that's when they're shooting. So I'm just trying to figure out how the fuck do I make it squeeze in from both ends. How do I make this motherfucker squeeze in? It makes sense to 1 minus it. Wait. That's not doing what I thought it would. Wait. Wait, what? wait, what? Whoa. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm too stupid for this. I think I'm too dumb. I think I'm too stupid, guys. This is not my territory. This ain't my territory. Okay, hold on. What if we try to 1x this one? Okay. And then we subtract it by the same value. Or maybe instead of subtracting it, we add? Or we're causing a paradox. What? What the fuck? I use 0.5 and it's fine. Then I change the number and then everything just goes zip, 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 zip. Maybe we need to saturate it before we go in? No. Maybe multiply is not the thing? Maybe subtract. Maybe add. You did overcomplicate things a lot? Guys, when you're learning something, you tend to overcomplicate because you don't understand how to create the simplified version of it. So yeah, I am going to overcomplicate it. The built-in gradient node, the gradient node doesn't have a two-sided gradient. And the linear gradient, by the way, is literally just a texture coordinate, by the way, which is what we are using right here. This is giving us a gradient. Unless there is a gradient that is like two-sided that I don't know about. If you want to flip it and multiply it by -1, you want to flip it and multiply it by -1, but 1 minus will do a different behavior where it does an offsetted inversion. Wait. Oh my god, you gotta multiply it by -1? Oh my god. I thought 1 minus was just a -1. I thought it was just a... No. No, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Wait, if I want to flip it and multiply by -1, but 1 minus will do a different behavior where it does an offset inversion. So 1 minus... What is this giving us? What is this by default? This is why I don't make any games. I'm overcomplicating things. True, true, true. What if I do a 1 minus after this? What does that give us? Ah. Hold on, I'm thinking. I'm thinking. Try removing the multiply before the subtraction just to see. This one? Okay. That gives us the half. What if we do this? That'll give us the half. What if I multiply this? Interesting. So if I want the inversion of that, does this give us the same result if we do it afterwards? No. Interesting. So if I multiply this by 2, But then instead of this taking from that, I instead do my own subtract from here. I feed that in there. But then what if I divide it instead of multiplying it? No, that's not what I want. Maybe not divide. Maybe, wait. Would it be the inverted version of it? So multiply by 0.5? Oh, hold on, let me see. No. Without the multiply by 2, yeah, I could remove the multiply by 2, which brings it back to its like core version. 0.5 becomes 0.5. If I then multiply that, we just get the inverted version of that, which makes sense. Makes sense. So then if I take that and I guess add, I'm pretty sure it'd be like subtract. The problem is I probably want to do subtract differently here, I think. Would it be multiply? How would I add these two together? Just put the game in the bag. I can't put the game in the bag. Oh, you know what? This is actually not what I want it to do. I want it, I want it to be an inverse of this down here. So this says 0.25. If I do 0.75, what happens? This is what I want it to do. Hold on, I'm trying to wrap my brain around this. My brain is having trouble. My brain is having I'm having a brain fart. Hold on, wait, hold on. I know how to do, hold on. We could do this. We want to take a version of this, take that, and then we want this and subtract this by 1. So that's a separate version. And we'll put that thing in the thing, and then put the thing in the thing. Put the thing in the bag. Put the thing in the bag. Okay, and then we multiply it, and then that becomes the thing. Okay. Then if I do that, subtract is a 1 minus now. I know. He's still on the gradient material? Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. I'm gonna be very angry. So I can't multiply it. So I have to deal with... I just have to deal with... I have to... Hold on, give me a second. Hold on, chat. I gotta go to the bathroom. Give me a second. Guys, I just realized what I can do. I don't need to multiply this. I multiply this. Okay? I multiply this by 0.5, and then I feed that fucker into here. And now this becomes... Yes, this becomes... Half becomes half. Yes! Yes! Did I pull a pirate and look at my phone? No, I took a piss. And I cleansed my brain. So I'm input this into the if. Well, hold on. Let me see what that looks like. So mask. I just want to see what your version looks like. Because I'm just curious. Add 0.5. And then multiply it by 0.5. Interesting, interesting. I think I see what you're doing. And then you have a sign. Okay, I struggled with this. And then an absolute. And then you're adding 0.5. Listen, I like my version better, but I respect this one. And then you're multiplying it by the animation. And then you said you plugged that into the if statement. Maybe you had 2 on your sign? I don't know. Did I mess up anywhere? Sign absolute add 0.5 multiply. I don't know, but this doesn't work. Oh, you have 0.5 in your B. Uh-huh. Okay, I see. Wait. Anyways, I'm just gonna do what I did. I appreciate the help, though. I need to start doing this shit myself. I need to start doing this shit myself. And I think I got it to work. So we're all good. Now, is it optimized? I don't fucking know. Listen, man. So this is technically 1 minus. This is what 1 minus is. Okay, so 1 minus is not necessarily a inversion. It's minusing a value by 1. So if I do 1, it's gone. 0.5 is half. And then 0.25. Oh my god. It fucking works. It took such a long time. But we finally did it. And it's actually a proper period of time. No fucking way. No way. We actually did it. We did it. Yo. I mathed it, and some of it made sense to me. some of it actually made sense. Damn. Anyways, put this fucker in. Now, let's see if it actually works. Oh my god, it's doing what I want it to do. Insane in the membrane! Insane in the brain! Two-sided? Yes, sir. Give me the two-sided. That's not two-sided. That's some fucking... Oh, it is two-sided. I'm just going crazy. So, when an enemy attacks, they'll be doing something a little like that. Yes. Now, I wonder, can we put the thing in here, and then instead put this thing into here, and then put this in here? Does the opacity mask still work? It does. In fact, this will probably be better for us, because then we don't have to dither the thing, and instead masks based on the geometry. Yeah, I don't want a smoother edge, actually. I want it to be kind of sharp. So that's why I kind of went with this path, rather than kind of a gradient. The dither is just for when this thing opens up. Just for when this thing opens up. Okay. So now we just need to animate it. Get yourself a DoorDash as a reward. Actually, my partner brought me some Vietnamese leftovers, so we're winning.
Shaders always blow my mind here. Connect 500 nodes to make ramen.
Connect 500 nodes to create what seems like the simplest fucking thing in existence. Okay, all things considered, this is pretty simple. This is all things considered. This line of code for inverting a gradient is actually like pretty simple, all things considered. Like I've seen some crazy looking look at Prismatica stream and your mind will be blown. Your mind will turn into goop. And I ain't talking the pussy candle, okay? Wait, it was called Goop, right? Wasn't that the company name? Goop? By the way, Bear Buddhist, thank you for the 26 months, man. Thank you. Yeah, it was Goop. Imagine calling your company Goop and selling... Yeah, this candle smells like my... private region. What the hell even the fuck? Was that during the like gamer girl bathwater period? All right. Do you want to try to use a lerp instead of an if node? Okay, so how would I utilize a lerp node instead of an if in this situation? Goop was before. Do you think Goop was what inspired the gamer girl bathwater thing? Some gamer girl was selling bathwater for 30 bucks? Yeah, and then people drank it and they got sick. Yeah, but that wouldn't work. That wouldn't work, would it? No, I don't think that would work. What would you feed into what? To create the same effect that we have here. This is a mask material. It is masked, yes. Technically, I probably don't even need the if. because it would basically be treated the same. But I want to put the if anyways, just to be certain that we're getting the proper values. Either way, I think it would basically be treated the same because the if essentially rounds all the values anyways. But, you know, just to be safe. Anyways, it works. Now we just need to make it work with the gun enemy and make it properly timed. We have that system right here from our older thing. Now we just put that in there. We do already have a spawn time, which is, luckily, because this is a static mesh and not some UI bullshit, I can actually make use of custom primitive data. Yes! Fuck yeah! A equals 1, B equals 0. Alpha is what you're feeding into A. Alpha is what you're feeding into A for the if node. Whoops. So we do a linear interpolate. A equals 1. B equals 0. Alpha is what you're feeding into A for the if node. A equals 1, B equals 0. Alpha is what you're feeding into A for the if node. Alpha is what you're feeding into A for the if node. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. I don't want to waste too much more time on this. I do want to get past this. However, we did learn quite a bit today, I think. I don't want to spend too much time on it. I appreciate it though, y'all. I don't know how. I'd be interested to see what that would do if a lerp node what happens here, but it's fine for now. Let's just get this working now. So here it uses game time, which is our own ticking value. But here we use time. What's weird is I'm pretty sure this system is using get game time in seconds, which is confusing. Does that mean it's not working properly? Oh, wait. We get this shit in begin play. Thank goodness. We get game time in seconds. So in theory, I can use game time in our time here, in our time node, and it would not matter. Like either way, I think either one gets the job done anyways. So honestly, not a huge dealio. Yo, Jay. How you doing, man? Crunching while my stomach hurt. Too much Arby's. Stupid motherfucker, man. I'm telling you, man. This much. You gotta be fucking kidding me, man. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Oh man, are you kidding me, dude? You gotta stop eating Arby's, man. That shit's ass. It's ass, all right? You almost have a different Arby's for real? We have a different everything, but our fast food here in Canada still fucking sucks balls, in my opinion. I don't know. I don't know. I think worldwide. No. Because in Europe, they have different quality of stuff for fast food. I think in North America, fast food is just bad now. It used to be okay. Or maybe it's just like, maybe when I was younger, everything was okay. Now, like, I eat that shit and I'm like, oh, my insides are just dying. McDonald's, Little Caesars, and Arby's are like my top 3 right now. Yeah, so like, I really like cyanide, and cyanide. Those are my top 3 right now. I'm a big fan of Cyanide 1, Cyanide 2, and Cyanide 3. I've stopped eating big brand fast foods. I still eat fast food, but I eat like local fast food. Now, of course, I do have that privilege of being in a city, so I like have access to different things. So, you know, yeah, but shit, man. I haven't eaten McDonald's in like 2 years. I think the only thing I got from McDonald's last time was French fries. But even then, that's fucking disgusting. Because the shit they do to the French fries, the shit they do to like their oil, at like the type of oil they use and everything. Oh my god, man. Dairy Queen. I think I got lucky with a Dairy Queen one time, eating their burgers. But I don't think I'd ever do that shit ever again. Carl's Jr., bro, gotta level up. Brother, Carl's Jr. is like where you go when you're fucking high, okay? You don't go to a Carl's Jr. Or am I thinking of a different place? Maybe that's... No, that's a different place. Carl's Jr. is okay. What's the one where people go when they're fucking stoned to shit? Which place am I thinking of? It's a California place, if I remember correctly. Jack in the Box or White Castle. I think those are both contenders. It is Jack in the Box. I think we went to a Jack in the Box one time, and we told the people there was this one lady who was like cleaning, and we told them where we were from. We were like, we're from Canada, and they're like, you guys live in igloos over there, right? And she was like dead serious. She was dead fucking serious. She was like, you guys live in igloos, right? Yeah. 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 We're that up north. Yeah. They once opened a Carl's Jr. here in New Jersey and it closed in under 6 months. Nobody gave a fuck. Yeah, because there's probably better places in New Jersey. I don't know why the fuck we got breakfast as a Jack in the Box. What a horrible idea. Who was that? Was that one of my family members thought Jack in the Box was a good idea. Who the hell? Americans literally think they're the only advanced civilization. Some American asked if we still use a horse and a cart in England. Just say yes. What am I looking at? Oh, if total time is equal to 0, absolute value, alpha is the absolute, unsigned, unvalued. No, hold on. Max. Two inputs and takes the maximum of the two. whatever. Fuck it. Clamp. It's lerp. Okay, so this means if the total time is equal to 0, then we're just gonna not use this whole sequence, and instead it's only gonna use the animation. Yes! Now, if total time is, well, I can't test it, so I'll go fuck myself. Whatever. Okay, hold on. What was I just looking at? Attack indicator. Yes, sir. Okay, minimum distance, refresh node, fire duration. Oh, fuck. Oh, we don't feed that value into here. Oh, no. Shit. Oh, shit. We have here duration before fire, but we don't feed that anywhere else. Luckily, though, it's kind of static. It's kind of static, so I can do it in here. It's not exactly the smartest thing in the world, but this could work. Maybe. Or maybe it doesn't work. I don't know, we'll find out. Okay, so we put the thing in the thing. I put the thing in the thing. Fire duration, we're going to default it to 0. This is really bad. This is really bad. God. Okay, hold on. Hold on, everybody. Everybody. Hold on. Hold on, everybody. Hold on, everybody. Attack indicator minimum distance is equal to 0. However, the grunts have a minimum distance of 550. So we can assume that we do not need another variable. Instead, we could use minimum distance. If this is equal to 0, then let's go ahead. This is stupid code. Whatever. Who gives a fuck? Whatever. If it's equal to 0, and that's true, we'll do this. Otherwise, it's going to be 0, which means there's no fire duration, which probably means this is a melee enemy. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Hold on. Wait, let's double check that, though. Elite. Attack indicator 0. Stun enemy. Attack indicator is 700. Okay. We got it. All right. Okay. I'm going to eat some pork chops after this. Show me the animation. Uh-oh, that's not right. Wait, now it showed that one properly. It didn't show that one properly. It deleted itself very quickly. Oh, it's because he's getting closer. Let's not delete it when they get closer. Can we remove that? Remove that code? Can we remove that code? Thank you. I don't want to hide it. No, this isn't. This isn't. Whatever, leave that there. Whatever. I don't know what the fuck this is doing, man. I hate my code. I fucking hate my code. Oh, I despise this. I want to puke. I'm gonna puke. I'm gonna puke. I'm gonna vomit on stream. Jace. Jace. Oh, my Jace. Oh, this code just sucks. It's just awful. I hate this. I fucking hate this. Oh, put that there. Whatever. Just don't talk to me. I don't I don't want to hear it. Isn't throwing up a bannable offense on Twitch? It is. It actually is because of bodily fluids. All right, it works. Does it work in top down? Oh my god, it works. Oh my god, it works. That looks pretty good to me, man. That looks pretty good to me, man. I don't know about you guys, but that looks pretty fucking good to me, dude. That looks pretty fucking good to me, dude. And it works. Our shader works. It's kind of crazy, but I guess it makes sense. I guess, yeah. If you accidentally puke... No, my career! No, my job! My job! I worked so hard for this! The colors are weird? What do you mean? What are the... Are they supposed to be like this? Which one? Which colors? Brother, I think you're losing your eyesight. Open your eyes! They are a little bit different. Like, it is a bit weird. Like, the indicator for him is orange. And then we have red. It's supposed to kind of correlate to the weapon. Like, maybe we change the color of... Oh, yeah, it has a little animation. It does have a little animation. It do have a little animation. Oh, you know what we could do? Yo, watch this. Okay, so we can use the total time here to lerp between the ranged weapon color and the melee color. Yo, 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 yo. Everybody. Yo, 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 yo. Hey. Colors. I will die in the cell. There's a U in color. Yeah, all right. European / Canadian / British person / / whatever. All right, hold on. What's the what's the color for green? What is the color? Wow, that's a lot more pink than I thought it would be. So this is green, and yeah. Can you go from yellow to red based on how dangerous it becomes? Yes, we could do that. We could. Guys. Listen, there's got to get to a point where it's like the player needs to kind of just look at where the fucking guy's shooting at them. You know what I mean? Like, at some point you got to say, well, okay, if the player needs literally all of this shit on the screen, like, why don't we just give them a stat menu then? And then like, and then it's just like everything else, and then it's fucking, hey, you got to roll a dice, and then it's. Anyways, watch this. Oh my god. You're next. Oh! I love that sound effect, dude. I love it. We need more sound effect stuff. Oh my god. Now that the katana needs something though. Oh yeah, the katana needs something. I feel like someone's shooting at me. I should probably prioritize that with an S. Okay, now you're talking fucking crazy, okay? You need to calm down. Take your seat. This is a great update. Not because of the indicator shit. Who cares about that? I'm talking a baseball bat, alright? I didn't mean to do this. Watch this. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I wanted to kill him with a baseball bat. Oh. Ah. Make headshots register? Hey, one thing at a time, okay? One thing at a time. Is that easy? No. We have a lot of things we need to refactor, I think, for that to work properly, because our damage values work off of an integer rather than a float value. Well, actually, we could make a very simplified version of it. But I would like to make, like, leg shots and also distance to an enemy matter and whatnot. Wait, is a magazine a different sound as well? Where ammo box? Wait. Actually, where ammo box? That's a very good question. Here, take this. Oh, the magazine has a different sound effect because it uses the same sound. I don't know if I have a magazine drop sound, actually. Shit. Although, that magazine does sound fine. That actually does sound very fine. But it's using the exact same sound. I actually don't know if this pack even has a magazine drop sound, actually. I know it's all guns. It's also got other things like carpet, wood, etc., dirt. This could match for a magazine. Let me just search magazine. That is literally the only one with a magazine. Fuck! I would have loved a magazine drop sound. I probably have one somewhere. Maybe? Maybe there's a new, let's see here, Gunfall HD Pro. Maybe there's a different pack. Balls. Balls! Damn it, balls! No, that's not what I want. Whatever. I think this works fine. You know, I think this works fine. Didn't mean to do that. Honestly, that sounds great. It sounds great. That's a great sounding magazine. It actually sounds a lot better. I'm okay with it. Whatever. Doesn't sound like a big chunk of metal anymore. Ah! Yeah, that's okay. Auto settings, Jay. What's that plugin used for settings? Running? How much manual work did you have to do? Honestly, it gives you a lot of control, and you can create your own custom setting stuff with CVARs. It gives you a whole CVAR thing. And they also give you a template, and I just use the template for the UI, I'm going to be honest. So you can kind of like get started with like a bunch of stuff already. So, yeah. Das ist good. So one issue with our current setup, and it's just something I have to fix in the code. If you're looking at an enemy and they fire at you and then you look away, the indicator is not on the screen. The indicator will only pop up if you are looking away and then they start shooting at you. So that is something I would like to change. Just you wait. My true weapon. Oh my god, he's spinning! Whoa, like the most action movie-esque fucking thing. Oh my god. How come I never put in a vault over a climb feature? It's just extremely susceptible to bugs, which is why I just didn't really get around to doing it. I guess with the whole diving mechanic it would make sense, but then the problem is how do we define... The problem becomes, how do we define when a player wants to vault over something versus when they want to dive? That kind of becomes part of the problem then. And then how do we differentiate if someone wants to dodge versus someone wanting to vault? So it becomes a bit of, it doesn't, there's a lot of issues that have to kind of come into play. It's like, okay, how do we determine what the player wants to do? And then, of course, yeah, doing it in top-down becomes a problem. And I don't want to make it a separate button, because then it just adds more fucking headache to the entire thing. Because then it's like another fucking button. And then it's like, then we got to put it on the controller. And then it's like, and it's unintuitive. It's like a different button rather than space for a vault. It's kind of like weird. Like we already have enough things that are kind of like confusing on its own for some players. So I would have to play around with it. But yeah, and then another issue is, well, the level design was not really compensated for that. That being said, it was not really compensated for the dive either. There are some areas where you can kind of cheese things with the dive. So I don't know. We'll see. In short, dev is lazy. Yeah. Too many problems. I'd rather just try to like focus on other things. Well, we've already made a ton of improvements here. Like the leaning feels a lot better. We could maybe do like an automatic left move camera left, but then the problem is I think if we do that, there's a chance that fucks with your aim, and I don't think players want that. I would rather just let players have the skill choice of moving, shoulder swapping when they're playing. I'll let that be a skill-based thing, being able to control your environment a little bit. But the leaning is a lot better, and so it allows you to kind of like lean around corners a little bit more, even though your character's collision doesn't necessarily change. One thing that could be cool though is like some cover animation stuff when you're near a wall, kind of like what we showed that one time. I think that would be a 1.2 thing, honestly. Not necessary right now, but it would look cool. And also improving the crouching animations while we're at it. But yeah, moving and leaning is a lot better now. We used to have like an animation issue, like it used to look fucked, which looked really weird. This rating animation is actually pretty funny if you run this. Yeah, there's some little issues where the interpolating is like not good. I think I tried to fix a little bit of it, I think in this patch. But there is like a... I think the problem is the legs are like... I don't remember what it was. I think the one that's fucked is actually... not to the right. I think it's forward and to the left. I think this one can be fucked. But yeah, I have noticed that, and I do hate that. Oh yeah, I guess this could also be it right here. Little crisscross applesauce kind of issues we got going on there. Another thing we need to fix is automatic weapons. You can see I'm holding the left click. If you try to fire and like tap fire, there's points where the tap firing doesn't continue. That we should fix. It's pretty big. That's a pretty big problem. How long have we streamed for? Almost 3 hours? Holy moly. Holy moly. Game dev. Game dev. Game dev. No matter what complaints we have, we're doing real good shit here. Hey, listen, after 1.2, I'm out of here, guys. I'm gonna be... Once 1.2 comes around, I'm moving on to something else. Besides, like, little bug fixes and crash fixes, or whatever I can fix. We gotta move on. We're almost there. But, yeah, I think the game is getting into a really good spot where... I think the only complaint, I guess, would be, people wanting more content, which I guess is a good thing. Oh, we only have one sound effect for that. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna modulate the sound effect on top of everything else. And we'll see if that gives us a little bit more I should have more sounds, ideally. God, I hate his head movement when he throws the weapon. Saint Anger by Metallica? Probably. I wouldn't remember it. That's the sound of the snare drum? That's what I used as the sound effect. Something I would think would also be really cool is being able to, I noticed this in being in Metal Gear. Maybe even rolling into an enemy could be really interesting. Is like if you roll into an enemy, you kind of stagger them a little bit. That'd be cool. Goodbye. Okay. Yes, by the way, I did change the color. So there's a different color. It matches the actual melee weapon. I am noticing, however, the melee enemy actually doesn't have an indicator. Oh, it does. As long as he's... Oh, wait. As long as he's far enough away? Hold on. I'm an idiot. Just fucking hook this up. This branch isn't doing anything anymore. For now. Until I, like, get some other things done. They're like not playing the sound effect. Is mouse sensitivity usually in gameplay or controls? Could be in either. I have it in gameplay. Yeah, the melee enemy is like not playing the sound effect. Oddly enough. Yeah, the melee, the alert sound is not playing for a melee enemy. Maybe this is just like... It's no big deal. No big deal at all. It's just, I feel like he's 1,200 units away. Oh, yep, there we go. I played it. It's a good sound. Good sound effect. What? In slow-mo, it's even better, dude. Ah, I love it. I love that. I love it. All right. We've reached the 3-hour mark. You know what that means, chat. You know what that means. It's time for me to do 5 push-ups before I end the stream, I guess. My body hurts. Now you're gonna make it hurt more. Ow, my legs. I'll do 5 push-ups with you. Yeah. Chat. Yeah. Everybody, I want everybody doing 5 push-ups. Thank you. Push up every 500 XP on OSRIs. I would actually get fucking ginormous. I would become ginormous. I'd become the hugest game dev of all. All right, anyways. I can do 1. All right, give me 1. Give me 1. That's all I want. That's all I want. Ow, my legs! Hey, Krim, how's game dev going today? It's going very well. You joined at a really horrible time, though, Zent. I'm actually hopping out right now. I'm actually hopping out. Right, meow. I've actually did a small shader tool if you need a reference for the future. Where did you send it? Heroic? Is it in chat? Let me see. I might have missed it. Did I miss it? I did miss it. Okay, hold on, let's see. So, sign time. Subtracting this value by 0.5 gives us a gradient between negative 0.5 and 0.5 you want from negative 1 to 1, just multiply by 2. And using the absolute turns into a gradient that goes from 0.5 to 0 in the middle to 0.5. If statement, true, false, to compare each pixel to the gradient to the control value. Vector 3 absolute uv dot y minus 0.5. Okay, I get that. Control. What's the question mark in? What is this? Is this HLSL? What is this? Dude, I don't know syntax shader code. Don't know if it's the optimal way. I don't fucking know. Clearly it works. It works. If it works, it works. You know what I mean? Like, if it works, right? Clearly it works. Where's your, I guess, what is the time range? Where is that being defined? Is that being defined in control? That's cool, man. I don't even know how I would translate this into Blueprint. I don't know. It's an if in short form. Ah. What does the question mark represent in syntax? In shader code. You have to stream for 1 more hour now that I came? What the hell? I'm hungry. Where's my company sponsored break time? Oh, question mark is if. Oh. It's a one line of code if statement. Okay, I see. I see. I see. I see. I see. I think I see. I think I see. I think I see. I see? I see. Very cool, man. Yeah. I did it in a weird way. I did it in a very weird way. I think probably could make do without the if statement. I think there's a way of probably making do without it to kind of sharpen the whole thing. Probably don't even need it at all, to be honest, because it's in a mask material anyways. But it works. All right, I'm going. Thanks for dropping by. I'm hungry, and I got some other things I need to handle. Yes. Get you some Arby's, G? That's fuck no. Hell no. You crazy? You crazy? Jeez. Who's the new character in Deadlock, actually? No, never mind. I'm going to go. All right, goodbye. Thanks for Trump. Oh, we could be here for ages. I could keep talking about random bullshit. I'm hungry. My stomach is fucking going. Okay, goodbye. See you Monday. I think see you Monday.